It all started working on a series in my dad's shed. I followed my dreams and joined the Marines, serving in Afghanistan. Defenders were always part of me. So here we are, building custom machines with my awesome team in Shropshire. We are Mahker. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever seen so many V8s in one workshop? So I'm going to start with the biggest. This is a 6.6 litre LX3 V8. It's a monster. This is the baby brother. This is an L83 5.3 litre V8. Here we have a 6.2 litre 480 horsepower LS3. And up here we have another one. And last but not least, this is the mighty, get up here Chris, you're short ass, can't see, come on. This is an LT4, 6.2 litre with a supercharger. Check that puppy out. And this is having some seriously big boots, so the guy's going to be brave who's going to own it. So Jevon, what V8 is this one?
It's not a V8, it's a 300 TDI.
So this car will be heading back to Joseph sometime soon. We're just doing all the finishing touches. Jevon's putting the interior back inside it. We're doing all the little snags. Lovely Mahker vents, Mahker grille, aesthetics, you name it. Uproar have given us a lovely stainless steel front bumper. And just check out that colour. It looks black in some lights. So this is G-Wagon Mercedes green. Just look at the fleck in it. It's beautiful, isn't it? So Joseph came up with this colour, and I don't think the LED lights do this justice because it creates shadows, etc. But for me, it's wow. So we've got another client that wants me to paint his 110 this colour. That's currently in the paint shop in about 1,000 bits. And what else do I want to tell you about this car? So this is the original car that belongs to Joseph. He's bought me this car and I've done him a deal because he won the Dirty 130 on the raffle, but he couldn't take the Dirty 130 with him to America. So we built him this car instead. Well, rebuilt his car, which is a left-hand drive, 300 TDI, all matching numbers, full resto. Doesn't it look beautiful?
And I couldn't help but notice over here, Dave, what was this on these wings?
So this is Lara 2. And Lara 2 is having our latest billet hinges. So those of you that followed me for a while, we built some lovely trail doors. So half doors that look really cool in the summer. And the idea is open your door and look. For those of you that said that, what's the point in these for security? When you open them, you can lift off. When you put them back together, you cannot lift them off. So you can't lift the doors off if the doors are locked. The idea is, guys, that we wanted a hinge that you could have multiple doors on. I'm going to show you in a moment. I can sell you this part, obviously duplicated. So this is the component that lives on the door. This is the part that lives on your bulkhead. Stainless steel pins. I offer guys lifetime warranty on these components. So if you break them, ring me up and I'll send you another one. We've also done window blocks. For those of you that don't know, this car's got some really nice touches I'm going to talk to you through as well. So we've gone with an upgraded galvanised heater box. This has got an upgraded fan in there so they actually blow and it actually demists. And then we've gone with upgraded brake system. This has got an 8-speed automatic behind it. Alisport coolant package, big 4-inch intake pipe and a crinkle finish. And of course, the fully restored wheels. So our in-house trimmers have finished this TD5 dash. This is what we call charcoal Napa leather. So lovely soft leather, and we've done it with a nice platinum stitch. And if you look here, we've done his aircon system, and we've gone with a laminated steel front end. This is having a halo in here, bringing this, what was a TD5, into 2025 technology. We're giving him electric windows, heated seats, heated window screen, and of course that lovely V8 in there that's going to be purring sometime next week. So with this being a limited edition TD5, this was a Lara Croft special edition. We've actually brought these mats back to life. These are the drop-in aluminium panels, and just check that out. So it took about an hour in my latest aqua blasting machine. The aqua blaster uses water and an abrasive material to create that nice finish, effectively like a matte polish, I want to say. Really happy with that outcome because I want this car to carry some of its period features. And next job on this, guys, is the side rails. Come at the back here. These stainless steel rails, they'll be going on the side. These are known as the Titan rails. These are 6mm folded stainless steel, reinforced. So if you were to have a side impact, guys, to smack the side of your Defender, they're known as a soft skin vehicle in the military. These will help massively in the side and in the event of a side impact. So if you haven't got some side impact protection, please fit it, guys. Look after your loved ones, and more so, look after yourself. So there you have it. This is the upgrade from Lara so far. The cage is going to be going on next week, and it'll start looking like a completed truck. So what's new? Check these out. So these are our latest billet dry flanges. They're available on our website, so if you'd like a set, just check them out. Cerakoted to absolute perfection. This little cap comes off, so you can access and grease things like the splines on your dry flanges. Boomax heavy duty polished black bolts to keep it all in keeping, guys. And just check out how clean they'll look. They'll be going on this car shortly as well.
Recommended donation, £5. It's on a big sign.
One for the DIY people out there. We will sell you these boots if you need some of them. These are what we use in the bulkhead to protect wires and keep the moisture and the damp out of your seat box. And what we use here is a CV boot expander. Darren's going to demonstrate it, because a lot of people don't understand how to get these plugs through that little hole. So what we do, we feed these through one by one. And you've got to be careful you don't lose a finger here. I trust you. Oh. There you have it. So now you've got a watertight seal and a safe seal to protect the boot from rubbing, wire erosion, and obviously arcing out on a metal obstacle. So, quick update on Project Beach Beauty. So, building this for a very good client of ours. This is something very different. It has got monstrous Maxxis 38-inch tyres. The customer wanted to create a look that no one else has created before, so we've gone with these Icelandic fiberglass arches.
Dave, just for size purposes, stick your head next to that wing. I mean, they are massive.
And then to top it off, the car is on air suspension, so we can dump the car to make it look that extra bit cool. This air suspension is from our friend Dan at On Air. Lovely product. Height sensors, everything comes in a kit. But what we've done, we modified the air system to mount it inside here, because normally it would go underneath the driver's seat box, but we can't put it there because this customer wants the electric folding steps that we offer. So we make things, adjust it, like we put the air tank here in the wheel arch, because he's got these monstrous tyres that stick out. And I'll show you one of those in a moment. Where are they hiding? There they are. To give you an idea of the size of them.
Tom?
Let's find an average size wheel. Here we go.
There's a wheel there.
Yeah, we look at this car.
Yeah, go on.
If that puts it into perspective for you guys.
Wow.
And these are big tyres. These are 285s on this car.
There's quite a difference.
So this week, we've been busy getting the engine back in. We had to have a special clutch made. This engine makes about 650 horsepower as standard. The torque is very instant because of the supercharger. For those of you that don't know, a supercharger makes torque low down because it's recycling power from the engine. And if you notice here, it's driven off the crank-driven supercharger. It makes power for fun. It's going to make one hell of a killer whine. So I needed a clutch that's going to grab early on. We were going to go twin disc, but you go twin disc, guys, you've got that issue between a heavy pedal, sometimes a non-heavy pedal, and I wanted this car to have some manners. So we've gone with a really heavy-duty organic. I think it's half organic, half synthered, like ceramic. So the guy can actually engine brake and use the car sympathetically, and it's not too aggressive because I've had lots of like ceramic clutches in the past and it's on or off. And this thing on big tyres, you'll end up kangarooing up the road. So we've gone with that because let's face it, he's not going to be doing 80 miles an hour with them monstrous tyres on. And if he is, he's braver than me, I tell you. Other little mods we've done is Blackbird Industries P38 exterior steering box, because you'll notice there's a lot of belts around this engine. Being a belt-driven supercharger, that's got its own independent belt, as you see here, and it's got its own auxiliary belt to drive the alternator, water pump, and power steering. So yeah, we're busy now wiring it up, and fingers crossed it'll be running next week. So what you see here is a fully prepared 110 rolling chassis. This is a Marsland adapter chassis. Lots of people have asked me, what's the difference? Is it worth the extra cost? Of course it is. So when this car came in, it was scruffy in certain areas, so I just made the call, let's put it on a brand new galvanised chassis. Comes with a VIN number in, comes with an authentication certificate that proves it is to manufacturer standards, etc., etc. But this car is going to be Project Gent, and what you see up there is his double cab. So this car came into us, it's only done, I think it was about 16,000 miles on its 2.2 Puma engine, but the underside was showing signs of corrosion, things like here around the internal wheel arch supports, and under here, obviously where stones, etc. had been chipped. This is our satin finish 2K Lechler coating. This has gone through the same process that we showed you earlier inside the booth. And just look at this finish. I'll put a light under here for you. So what you see under here, guys, this has been fully sandblasted and painted in our 2K Lechler. 4-stage process, and you get this beautiful finish that I wouldn't be afraid to eat my dinner off, quite frankly. So this will be going onto that chassis very shortly, and then we can start the process of wiring it up, getting it running, getting the fuel lines in, getting it powered up basically. So as you can see, we're really busy here. We're trying our best to get through these projects as fast as I can. I wish I had a small army of fine engineers, but it's hard work trying to find them. So what you see above me, this is Project ULEZ. Ethos 2, in my opinion, it should be called, because this is not a direct replica of our first car, Ethos. This is a reimagined version so this is a commercial. Ethos had glass in the back and seats in the back. This is more of your working truck, I want to say. This is a posh farm truck, if anything. I don't know where to start. It's pretty much immaculate under here, guys. Fully rebuilt with galvanised components, stainless steel components. Check out the beautiful exhaust that Pete's made. 6-speed automatic coupled to a 430 horsepower LS3. No, sorry, this is an LT1. Confused, there's so many V8s going on in this workshop. It's got our big AP brake kit. Just check out the size of them. It's going to stop as well as it goes. So this has arrived today from Red Winches in Somerset. I reached out to Neil about 6 months ago and I said, Neil, I'm building a very special car and it's going to be called Project Sterling, after Colonel David Sterling, who founded the SAS. So I thought the name was quite fitting for a military-based vehicle. It's an ex-Wolf, by the way, so it's got some British heritage. It was destroyed in battle, and I bought it from an auction site in Hereford, and I bought it back here, and we're basically rebuilding it to be a Morocco expedition vehicle. And the story behind it, we're going to create a charity to take 1 or 2 people that need it, either PTSD damage or just generally need a change of their life, to get away from the norm. So I spoke to Neil, I said, look, can you sort me out a winch, Neil? A lot of people are donating to the cause. And Neil said, I'm going to build you something very special. So look what's in here. Look at that. So he said, Dave, we've got a Cerakote finish that is very military. And I went, go for it and surprise me. So this is their Red Winch Explorer 3. I'm going to get it out in a moment just to show you its full beauty. Just unbolt it. I think the packaging's beautiful, let alone anything else. Look at that. Right, so a bit more about Red Winches. Red Winches don't just do winches. They've got a Red Start design company and they're doing lots of components now for, I believe, Ineos, Land Rover. I'm sure there's lots, and I think he's now doing weapons. So hook me up with a rifle next, please, in this camo. That would be so fitting. Imagine that, a gun the same colour as this. Anyway, so we've got a nice big dirty motor. I love all this. Everything is milled, everything they do, and this, check this out here. So we've got a military connection here. And I love this, the fact that, you know, no dirt or grime is going to get in there. It's been thought about, even got military chains. People will remember that, that's in the fill and neck on an old TDI. And there's little things here that I've noticed that Red Winches have improved along the way. So we used to have some copper bars. Obviously they've made a nice cover. So hats off to you guys for creating that. And what else have we got? Trying to see other things that they've improved on. The drum everything just looks lovely. So anyway, looking forward to bolting this into the vehicle. And that is really going to finish off. And more to the point, this will save my bacon when I get buried in the soft sand, because that is also inevitable. So thanks again, Neil and the team, and I hope you have a lovely Christmas. Right, for those of you that have recognised this vehicle, this is Project Wombat, and you'll notice something is missing. So the new owner, who owns this car, kind of got tired of putting fuel in it. It was a thirsty beast. It was a 6.2 litre LSA supercharged monster. He said to me, he said, Dave, can I have a BMW with an 8-speed automatic? I said, of course you can. So we've hooked this out. That's gone into a racing car. And we're going to give him an M57, 350 horsepower with an 8-speed automatic. So we get some really nice crisp shifts. And he can join us in Morocco next year, which is a big thing that he wants to do. And he also wants to do a bit of overlanding. So what better than an M57 in a car that is so iconic and so well built. There you have it. So that's another busy day in the workshop. Thanks for tuning in, and please like and subscribe.